Oh, something is slightly off. I can fix it. I remember what's off. I keep forgetting that's a new thing on Discord.
I bet he
Hopefully it's not
accidentally
the
closed
sound.
the vampire thing.
No. Anyway, hi everybody, welcome to Legacies of Caine. Just sort of the intro before I go over what's wrong with Discord. It used to be that once you started streamer mode, you couldn't access the chat in one of these like video calls very easily. Now, if I change to a different channel where I like sent out the Discord messages, I can come back, I can access the messages. So I gotta correct that and remove it.
I don't know how to fix that. So when you start streaming, it comes up with that purple bar. If you close that, you can then access the chat again.
I know, but now they do that without having to get rid of the purple bar.
Oh.
But you have to switch.
It took me ages to solve. I was like, why can't I click it?
No, yeah, and so, like, now I probably could readjust things to get rid of the purple bar, but the purple bar just keeps showing up, and I'm like, whatever, purple bar. Anyway, so, hey, we're playing Vampire the Masquerade. We're using V20. It's fun. It's great. Hey, we got a bunch of folks here that are enjoying themselves and not getting killed by horrible, horrible things that are all around them at all times. I mean...
What?
Let's see how everybody's doing. Let's see how everybody's doing. Let's start with Infiltration Team. And you know what? Let's see how Dawn's doing. Dawn, how are things for you?
Dawn is doing great. She made a new friend, and she's not sure if she's a vampire or if she's bulimic. Either way, it's fine, you know.
Yep.
She doesn't like the boy troubles she throws at her, though. She doesn't know how to deal with that.
Clearly, you eat the boys.
Exactly.
Clearly. Nathan, how about you?
I am doing just fine. I've been, as politely as possible, chatting with the gentleman that we were supposed to find, Alistair Cromwell.
Yep.
And he has agreed to a more private meeting where we can discuss the various items that we'd like him to look into for us.
Sure. Yep.
But we're waiting until later in the evening after all of the normal entertainment is presumably done.
Yes. And of course we have our library team consisting of Leslie and Samuel. Samuel, how are things going in the library?
It's pretty good. I'm like watching them and like taking funny screenshots of them as they do like dumb faces while they're speaking or like taking a drink or something.
Of course. Leslie, how are things going for you? How was that book?
Business economics is a field in applied economics which uses economic theory and quantitative methods to analyze business enterprise. This is fascinating stuff, really.
Shut up over there. I'm trying to take a funny screenshot.
You kids, you can't appreciate a good book anymore.
A librarian turns around. Shh.
Yeah, but she only does that to one of you because she doesn't know the existence of the other one.
Yes, ma'am.
Who said that?
The host of the library.
Because she's the only one that doesn't acknowledge you. Anyway. So, when we last left off, they headed to the museum party that they had. Well, technically it's a college party for the college museum, which is quite small, and they're hoping to get much bigger. With funding from supporters like you. I mean, Nathan.
Oh yeah, lots of support.
And a lot of hobnobbing. You quite luckily managed to find Alistair, like, right away. From your brief description, you ran into the dude. So, you've been having a meeting with him. He invited you, basically, through his influence, to be dining at his table. And by dining, I mean Dawn and his accompaniment, Lucy, at the table. Along with his assistant Fieldings, who just keeps, as I said, he keeps like eating like oysters and other things from like the raw bar and stuff. He's really enjoying that place.
Yeah, Fieldings is weird.
Yeah, he weirds me out more than the rich guy.
Yeah, I can.
Me?
I mean, yes, he also weirds me out more than you.
So as the night begins to wear on, and like a lot of the presentation ends, the meals end, it gets into that phase of like people are giving out some donations. There's still some like chatting in amongst different individuals and things like that. Alistair then kind of like says, Well, excuse me, Nathan. I'm afraid I must attend to some business before we have our own meeting. There's a couple of other meetings I promised previously with members of the businesses and such for support here. Felix.
Certainly.
Yes, sir. You need me. As he's just quickly slurps down an oyster. Go arrange everything for me.
I'm gonna screenshot that.
Perfect.
There's just this weird look on his face when he does that too. You get the screenshot of it, of this kind of creepy look of he's snorting it down almost.
No.
Just for a second, his face contorted in such a way that you managed to capture. Make sure all of our meetings are well set up, and stop stuffing your face. You can enjoy a snack later on. Yes, sir. He kind of brushes himself up, tries to make himself look much more presentable than he actually is at sometimes, He's definitely a squirrel of a man, I'd say. There's something off about him.
Or a rat.
Anyway, he kind of dismisses himself. Lucy, will you be fine with these two folks? Or will you need to excuse yourself from the party? I know that these functions are no longer your thing as much. It's fine. I can hang out with my new friend Dawn, as she kind of squeezes you really closely.
Yeah.
The two of us were talking about having some fun times together.
I still don't know whether she's hitting on me or not.
I mean, she is a pretty young thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found...
Nathan, I will send Fieldings for you when I'm ready for your meeting with him. Just continue your whatever you need to do around these areas. And I believe we shall talk a little later. As he kind of gives a little bow and kind of walks off, walking with a little bit on his cane a little bit. Not that looks like he's actually limping on it, but he's walking with that kind of the gentleman cane swagger,
I can do that.
He's Snoop Dogg.
Oh, fuck. Now I know what she means by a fun time.
Laid back.
So Nathan, what do you do?
I'm interested in a variety of businesses. My most successful one, actually, is an executive gym, as I believe I mentioned. Those who have plenty are able to come and have personal trainers assigned directly to them. And the personal trainers guide them through whatever exercises and activities they think most suitable.
Oh, I see. My father was in money too, bless his soul. So I can understand where that comes from.
Dawn is finally coming to the realization that maybe it's not an ordinary gym that Nathan owns. Just slowly. She's slowly catching on.
Yes, I actually did not come from money.
That's fascinating. I know that's a common thing nowadays, that a lot of people, do up and rise, but as I say for myself, as someone who is encountered with money itself, I've always had a fine understanding of it all. You understand? Yes, you do. Sure.
Yes, I of course have nothing against those who came from money, as they tend to patronize my business.
We can have some business dealings ourselves. I don't have as much stake in my father's old control, but I still control some old shares that have passed through the generations.
Interesting. Are you looking to invest, I guess?
Oh, not really. I mean, Alistair does a lot of the work around that keeps us going, but occasionally I do like to do some things on my own. It is the 21st century, and I have to be a proud, independent woman.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. As she kind of like squeezes up to Dawn again. See, you have to be proud and independent, and you have to know when you can have new friends.
Yeah.
So, are you interested in starting up your own executive gym?
I never thought about a gym. I mean, that is something that you see around the areas now and then, but you don't really see many places like that. Well, I haven't seen many around London, but maybe I just haven't traveled to the areas that have them.
I suppose that could be. What sort of investment were you looking into? I might be able to give you a small bit of advice as a self-made man.
I actually wasn't quite figuring it out. I mean, like, unfortunately for myself, my old investments in Westfield, they just are things that I've had since, given down from my father. I mean, they're much more of a company now. They got quite a history.
Westfield sounds familiar, but the player, can't honestly remember if it's because it's the name of a mall by where I grew up, or if it was something
There's
from
a couple
this
of names
story.
for it. Yeah, there's a couple of places that have a name for it, yes. In America, there's a insurance company for it, but there's other places around the world that have Westfield as a name.
Right. I'm trying to remember if it has been something that we've encountered in the story.
Mm-hmm. I will say, give me a finance intelligence check.
Oh.
It's almost time to shine.
Where he's like,
Read that book.
he's like, do you need me to figure it out?
I'll read through it really quickly.
It's like,
But then it turns out that the book was too old to have the information.
it's really what figures out. It's like, okay, 4 successes. Yeah. Yes. There's the Westfield Insurance Company, which is a pretty big one in the United States. But there's also a corporation called Westfield that has Australian ties currently.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that part of your? I'm trying to remember. No, that wasn't. They didn't go to Australia. It was the leader of the Tremere that went there, right?
Yes, it was the Tremere leader that was visiting that place.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Well, then I'm gonna keep that thought to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Westfield, is that your family's company?
In a way, the original company ties back to some old stuff here in England and in Europe, but
Many things do.
relatives moved out to Australia long ago, and unfortunately because of that, the funding passed to that, at least from the corporate side.
I see.
Well, business is fun and all, but why don't we have some pleasure? Come now, Dawn. You look like someone that needs to learn a little bit more about dancing.
Oh wait, no, I'm really good at that. I've only danced
Dancing
with
or-
adults,
yeah.
and now high
Dancing.
society.
You're dancing in high society.
I
Congratulations.
imagine
Yes.
you're doing the goth dance too.
It's the only dance that I've learned.
What is the goth dance?
It's just
Oh.
like
You just kind of like shuffle back and forth and just like, that's it.
I got by with flying colors when I did that. I fit in great.
either that or you do like the aggressive goth dance where you like flail your arms around, and
I like that
I
one.
think that's like cyber goth or something though, more so.
All
don't know
I
what it
remember
is.
is that, you know, the Thomas the Tank Engine
like
song
rave
playing
stuff.
in the background.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, that does just sound
That's
like
what I
rave.
said a lot.
That does just sound like a rave, to be honest.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like a rave, but they all dress goth.
So then it's just normal dancing, but dressed as a goth.
Yeah.
I see.
hmm Except probably like slower and more like, you know, like shuffling back and forth too, you know.
More like a corpse, because oh
That-
god, I
yeah.
wish I was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, they're goths, not emo, so they're not quite at I wish I was dead.
True,
It's like,
true.
I must be one with the darkness of death and such.
I wish
Yeah.
I looked like I was
They
dead.
play a lot
If
of
I move
V20.
slowly enough, they
Yes.
won't see me in the shadows.
Anyway, why don't you roll me dexterity, what the hell, is it performance? Or, like, dance? Is there an actual, I don't think there's like, I think there's a performance.
Okay, let's go performance
Skill.
then.
Yes, dexterity performance. See how well you dance.
Beautifully.
Alright, surprisingly, she attempts to have you, to take the lead from you, but you manage to take the lead from her, surprising her. You just managed to, like, weasel it in just barely there, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make this woman fall in love with me and reciprocate nothing.
And you're gonna break your heart.
Yep.
I highly recommend not taking this one as a blood bond, because then you might
Aw.
offend Mr. Cromwell.
It'll be
What
alright.
if
How's the
he's
other one
into it?
going?
Cromwell has actually gotten off the cameras. He left the room,
Oh,
and you haven't seen him.
I'm swapping cameras fast.
He is off camera, wherever he's at.
Oh, he's trying to come to us. Hide.
Got my nose too buried in the book to even notice.
Alright,
It's fine, I'm hiding in the book stacks. No one will notice me here.
I'm still just flipping through trying to find. I've probably
Just
got like
right
2
there.
windows open, so I've got the one with these guys on there, and then I'm flipping through on the other one trying to find him again.
Okay. So we'll have you make a computer's intelligence check just quickly, and we'll see
Oh.
how well you search around. Actually, no. Make it a computer's perception.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
While this is going on, I'm just gonna like cloak myself in darkness to hide myself a bit, just in case someone does walk in.
Sure.
Make it harder for them to find me.
I mean, it's like... It's probably like around closing time for the library anyway.
Just in case. Just
Oh,
in
yeah.
case somebody does stroll in looking specifically for us.
You managed to not
Wow.
find him as well as you're searching. It looks as though wherever he's at has no cameras. But you do see something very interesting. Like a little while you're searching, you notice kind of like outside the building, approaching the front of the library, is Fieldings.
Fieldings.
Yeah, he seems to be doing something by one of the lampposts too.
Hey,
Is he peeing on it? Is he a fucking dog?
good day. Come here.
What do you want?
Look at this. Fielding.
Yeah, it's.
What is he doing?
Why is he peeing on that light pole?
He doesn't seem to be. Make now that you've got the camera on it, make me a perception awareness to see if you can figure
Do
out.
both of us make it? Or?
Sure, if you want to.
Alright.
Your previous check was just to find stuff on the cameras. Now it's like you're
Right.
studying the camera.
And naturally by awareness,
Alertness.
you mean
Alertness.
Alertness.
God damn it, yes.
I keep looking
I know.
for awareness,
I know.
even though it's
I
not
keep
there.
the same
doing
thing.
that. I keep doing it.
Last week you were so good. I think you corrected yourself every time.
I know. This time I missed it.
Oh.
Okay. Samuel, you can't really tell what he's doing. After a little while, though, Leslie, you notice something odd. He looks like he's trying to catch, like, a moth near there. Like at the lamppost.
Oh, he's gonna eat it.
Alrighty then. I'm just gonna like say exactly that. Like he's trying to catch a bug. What is he doing? I don't know.
You just see him, like, snatch, and the bug seems gone, and he starts walking towards the library again.
He's coming here?
Yeah, he was heading towards the library, it looked like. At least in the
Alright.
direction of it previously.
I'm fading back into the bookshelves, continuing to cover myself in shadow.
I'm just gonna make it look, stay busy. I'm doing research on my newest projects for class.
Yep.
He's just a student with very terrible burns. It's all right.
Yeah.
I think I figured out why you use awareness sometimes. Because in the book, there's places where it says a successful perception plus awareness roll, blah 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 blah.
Ah.
Because it might be.
And some places where it says perception plus alertness.
God.
Oh, wait, is awareness an actual thing?
I think it was a previous one from previous editions.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's in here as an ability.
I feel like awareness makes more sense.
Well, there's awareness and alertness. Alertness is noticing things that go on around you, and awareness is instinctual reaction to the presence of the supernatural.
Oh.
Wait, where is it though? What does it fall under? Is it an ability or?
Yeah.
Where?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
should
fine.
not have
It's one of
interrupted.
those weird things of like, oh wait, there was something there. There's something to this insanity that I'm creating.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm really curious now.
Yep. Oh god. Yeah, mage has awareness apparently. So does mummy as games.
Oh, I see.
Uh-huh. And I'm probably
Gotcha.
remembering it from mage. And I've got it mixed up. They kind of merged together in my brain, unfortunately. Oh, so they collected an awareness in V5 too. Well, that if I've read V5, I would be even more freaking confused. Anyway, all right. So after a little while, Fieldings will actually move into the front door. He looks like he's got looks like a tablet or something. He's like looking through it like quickly and drastically. He seems like he's kind of got his hand over his mouth while he's doing this, occasionally like wrenching down.
I know it.
He'll kind of like run over to you. Yes, Samuel, yes, I found you. Excellent. He will be pleased, he'll be pleased. Hello, greetings. I am Fieldings. Where is your, associate, Eric?
Eric is no longer with us. He flew back.
Oh dear me. I seem to have out-of-date information. Do you have any new associates?
For some reason he's hiding right now.
You son of
He's in those books over there.
Leslie's gonna make a fucking stealth roll and continuing cloaking himself in shadows.
You just see a finger come out of the shadows.
What do I need to roll to fucking not be seen right now?
I mean, you roll, I guess.
Dex stealth?
Yeah, Dex stealth. Are you using? You're using your.
I'm covering myself in shadows. Yes, I am.
So you're probably using shadow play.
Shadow play.
So you gain an extra stealth on stealth. You have spent a blood to do it, and you get your extra blood equal to your temptation level. Okay. Or extra dice.
All right, sweet. So it's Dex stealth +3. Oh, this is great. I should have. Okay, I was about to say I should have no problem with this, and I realized saying that's a bad idea because I will curse it.
Say it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't knock on wood.
9 dice. 9 of them.
All right. Well. Okay.
I mean, it's successful.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a demon?
He kind of like looks around over those areas. Oh yes, sure. Just inform him that my master would like to see them when he meets with Nathan and Dawn. Yes. So make sure to join them. All right then. Good day to you, sir. Actually, wait. As he like turns to leave, he kind of like stops for a second, kind of like looks over some stuff, and then it's like, "Hey, Samuel, you're a resourceful individual. Perhaps you could arrange for a special gift for me, and I could make sure I put in a good word with my master for you. I mean, my employer."
How about you keep me in the loop if I do this favor for you?
Oh, that sounds fine. That sounds quite fine. So, I heard you're very good with rodents.
I am. Wick? Wick, are you around here right now?
Don't feed him Wick!
No, I'm just like letting him know I can
Oh,
control Wick.
yes. Perhaps if you could bring me a dozen. It's so hard to get away. Perhaps when the meeting occurs, maybe you could just I'll be at the door and you could just hand them off, and I can we can have this little arrangement.
Shouldn't be difficult.
Excellent. It does say you're quite an amenable man here on the file. I'll have to upgrade to incredibly amenable on our file. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm
Much
just
appreciated.
As you kind of see that he kind of almost has like a little tick for a second, like, and he's like, I apologize. Old wounds always come forward when you're excited.
Hmm.
Well, I must go. My employer needs me to complete some more tasks for him before the end of the night. Busy, 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 busy. Oh, I haven't been this busy in, many years. It's so exciting.
Before you go, what kind of tasks do you have? Just a taste of the whole information.
Oh, well, there's the rest of his meetings I have to attend to, and information on donors like yourself. Information on yourself. We had to find out about his good friend Nathan and make sure that you were on the relative up and up.
I feel like I didn't... How does Fieldings know who I am? Fieldings is the guy who works for the other guy, right?
Yes.
Cromwell. Yep.
He works for
Cromwell. So how does he know me? I'm just...
You don't know.
Okay,
he
fair.
seems to have this like tablet that seems to have information on it that he keeps.
So I'm just kind of rolling with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Busy as usual, and then well, chance for a snack break. I wonder if we still have the raw bar out. It was a wonderful little treat.
Well, I'll make sure to get you your rats. You just be sure here, and I'll give him a number of one of my various phones.
Thank you. Let us see here. He'll kind of like go into like some of his pockets and like open up his he'll like kind of open up his coat, and you'll see that it's got like a whole bunch of like devices and stuff in it, and he's like, I'm so bad with all these devices. This is the one here, and he'll give you a number. Yes, this is the one that would be appropriate for contacting new friends of the of my employers.
All right, sounds wonderful.
Excellent. Well, I'll be off.
Goodbye. Leslie, did you catch all that? Are you there?
Leslie's gone.
Alright, I guess he slipped out.
Alright,
So as Dawn and Lucy are off dancing.
Oh god. Okay, something's occurring. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna look around and see, like,
something's
if
occurring
anything is weird.
to Samuel. So we have to roll that.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh boy.
that doesn't sound good.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I guess oh god. Right. Then yes. So roll me please. There needs to be a roll of a strength check at this moment. plus possible potence. It will be equivalent to a certain stat, according to the information here.
Am I making it, or...?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. I figured it wasn't, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that'd probably Dex, but Dex strength is the same for this. Please do. As, like, out of nowhere, you are smacked in the face by just something that you don't know where it came from. Alright. Quite successfully.
Do I, like, observe it or absorb it? Not observe it.
It depends on how much damage was wanted to be dealt at this point in time.
Fair enough.
Oh, no damage. No damage.
Okay.
No damage.
No damage, but just out of nowhere, as you've got this, like, black tentacle, like, next to you. Just, like, and it's got this position that would be, like, if it had eyes, you'd swear it'd be staring at you.
It just kind of curls up behind you, looks at you, makes sure you sees it, and smacks you across the face.
Alright. Are you done playing games?
Let's go.
Alright. Alright.
Meanwhile, Dawn, you and Lucy have been dancing for a while, and neither of you seem to get exhausted, but Lucy's like, that was good enough. Let's go. Come.
Oh, okay.
Nathan, do you mind if me and Dawn go for a walk for a little while? I'm sure she wants to be involved in your big boy meeting, but, I mean, I want to spend some more time with my new bestie. Is that what the kids are calling us nowadays? Besties? I'm sure of it.
That sounds alright.
Yeah. Like, she looks 19. Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, I have no interest in deciding what either of you were to do, although I might take some small bit of offense if my date were taken off by someone else.
No, then
What
no
do you think,
offense
Dawn?
intended. As she turns and starts to drag Dawn off.
See you later, Nathan.
Nathan's just left alone in the chair at the table.
Doesn't get subtlety.
There's like there's this awkward pause for a while, and then you'll see a large plate filled with oysters kind of just throw down on the table. Ow! You're still here! Oh my god! Hello! As there's a tablet down on the next to the plate, and you see him quickly going through some information. Sorry. Needed a.
I'm gonna text Samuel.
Quiet place to get some work done quickly.
Everything okay?
Going rat hunting. Talk to you later.
Oh, come on.
And then I've obviously mentioned that Fieldings came and knew who I was. He asked
Makes
for
sense.
Eric though, so he's got outdated information.
Okay. Dawn left. Keep track of her, please.
If you Dawn kidnapped.
When I hand my laptop to Leslie, with the cameras already pulled up, so you can check them while I search for rats.
I guess.
And I'll send
Leslie.
a message to Dawn. Subtlety failed. I would prefer you remain here. Back in the pocket. Enjoying your oysters?
Oh, indeed. It's so rare I get to have something so fresh.
This man worries me.
He's a little bit weird.
whole situation worries me.
But I heals.
Oh
me
yeah,
a
you know,
favor now,
it'd be
so.
great if we had some sort of, you know, essence of surprise, element of surprise, something hidden, secret they didn't know about.
You were for a second.
Yeah, Samuel.
Samuel probably didn't tell Nathan that. He ousted
Hey.
Leslie.
No, he did say there was outdated information, but not
Oh,
necessarily.
and I'm immediately firing off a message.
Oh no! You gonna snitch on me?
Do you want to get smacked again or snitched on? Up to you.
Yeah.
Hey, the smack did no
Next
damage.
one, I'll make sure hurts.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
So I'm going to look around the room and see if there's anything unusual about those who have remained, or if everybody's still here. Does it look like it's still a normal like fundraiser party, or is anything weird going on? And I was thinking I would go with like investigation.
Sure. Give me perception investigation then.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna get a large box.
Okay. You could probably find one. Alright. You kind of like judge, like a lot of people. You kind of take a look, see kind of what's going on. Unfortunately, it's kind of like hard just by looking at people to tell whether this is this kind of supernatural thing or this is a normal person. That's a little difficult. Like,
I'm more looking for like if there are a bunch of people who are grouping up in like aggressive formations, or if it still looks like a very casual. I mean, as casual as a formal party gets.
It looks like there's a mixture. It looks like some groups have already like kind of grouped up, but it looks like more like you can kind of recognize a few people in some of those groups that look like more important business heads.
Sure, but none of them are like stealing glances my way as if gauging.
No,
okay.
No one seems to be paying particular mind towards you. Like earlier when you switched tables, you did notice there was a bunch of glances at that point in time. But at this point in time where like Alistair has left, it's sort of like they must have conducted business or they didn't want business. So it's now like back at that time, it seemed more like people were flashing glances of like, oh,
who's this new guy?
Yeah, what's he doing with Alistair? What kind of business is going down? You know, that kind of thing.
Sure. Okay.
You mostly seem to be ignored now. Like, there's occasionally like some people that are like looking around the room, or like seem to be like looking for someone that'll glance towards you. It feels as though like Fielding's in his odd manner seem to be almost a repulsion in a way. That people kind of look towards him and then like are just like maybe like shake their heads and kind of like move off at that point in time.
Yeah, that's okay. It's repulsive to me too, but that's part of the deal. Fieldings, do you know? Do you have any idea when my meeting might be beginning?
Oh, yes. Maybe about an hour. I'll come and get you. I have to meet up with the my employer in a little while here. I'm just finishing some work for him. And a snack.
Ah, yes, of course. The mussels are delicious, aren't they?
They have mussels?
I thought they were oysters.
That's why he's like, they have mussels? Oh.
I mean, an oyster is a variety of mussel. It's muscle tissue, isn't it?
Oh! Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Not too picky when you're eating mussels.
No. Nothing something for fresh. It's good. I don't get as many chances in my line of work. I really like I haven't had much chances to go, but have you had sushi?
I have.
It's very, very, very good. It's wonderful, especially the ones with the raw fish. Anyway, you can have a complete conversation about
the various delicacies of raw meats.
Yes, he seems to have a particular taste for them.
This man's a zombie.
Big fan of tartar.
Anyway, in the meantime, can Leslie, can you give me a computer's perception check now that you have the laptop and we're trying to find Dawn?
He's in charge of my safety.
Can it be a little easier since Samuel set him up for it?
It's the same difficulty I gave for Samuel, 6. I'm not making it more difficult for him.
Well, that's nice.
Oh,
Wow.
wow!
You're so average.
He like smashed the laptop by accident. Yeah.
That is ever so slightly below average.
You're just like looking around and like you can't see, it doesn't appear to you that Dawn is on camera wherever she's at.
Alrighty then.
Okay. Now, Dawn, Lucy will in fact lead you outside. She'll kind of stop by the coat area so as to pick up like very nice your coats and stuff, because it's like I think we originally started it was like fall, so it's probably still like early fall in game.
It's gonna be cold in England no matter what.
Yeah. You know, as she kind of was moving around a little bit, she kind of like goes over to like a lamppost and kind of swings around it for a second, kind of like that little like, you know, playful thing. It's like, some very nice air out today. I'm so glad that we settled down here in London. It's very nice.
Where were you from originally then? Where were you guys before this?
Oh, we spent some time in Eastern Europe.
Oh, right. I've never been.
It's fine. It's fine. You know, there's a lot of drafty places in the area, especially some in the older parts of the country. Though you can find some nice places to stay. But you know, it's just, I'm so glad when Alistair decided to move us to London.
It seems great here from what I've seen of it. What kind of business are you both into then exactly? I don't really understand the business talk the boys go into.
Oh,
You know,
I know a little bit. I learned a little bit back in the day when I needed to. It wasn't necessarily required reading material in my education, but I did learn a little bit. As I was saying to Nathan, I did have some business with my father. I got some of his investments, being the only direct heir to him. It's unfortunate that he's passed away, as well as my mother. She was quite elderly, though, so it was to be expected, unfortunately.
I'm sorry. Yeah. At least you've still got the business and everything to remind you of them.
Oh, I don't directly get myself involved. I mean, I guess I could, but how would you say that, you know? How would you say, like, oh, I'm a distant relative and I have, you know, it's stake in your claims? Alistair does that kind of thing much better. I hear the investments he has goes back centuries.
That wouldn't surprise me. He seems very successful.
That's true. I mean, it was very sudden when we moved here to England, but it's been fun since we have.
How long have you been here now?
Quite a bit of time. It's hard to measure it. How long have you, she kind of takes a look around. What's a polite way of saying this? Enjoy the night.
Not too long. You know, I'm relatively new at this.
Oh, that would happen. You know, when you spend as much time with me, with someone, you learn a few things about them. But it's a fun time. Don't worry. I'll make sure to teach you plenty of new things.
That would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
Excellent!
New things.
She's gonna teach me how to fight things better. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's totally it.
Fight things better.
Yep.
Yep.
If you said to me about a century ago, I'd be sitting here in London of this day, I wouldn't have believed you.
Well, it is a wonderful century to be in. You know,
true.
with cell phones and the internet, like you can get bored.
I've taken to it quite well. Do you know? She'll go on for a 20-minute conversation about her favorite TV shows with you.
Oh heck yeah.
How early in this conversation did she get the text message?
About halfway through it.
Okay.
So she probably got kind of the text message, just kind of glanced at it and kept the conversation up, and then
Dawn is very into TV shows.
Anyway, time's gonna kind of go by. Eventually, Fieldings will kind of leave. Samuel, you'll successfully gather up a dozen rats. Nathan, you'll awkwardly sit there for a while. Dawn, I'm assuming that once your conversation kind of ends, you'll want to be like, why don't we go back to the party? And Lucy will come back with you. And then once you kind of come back, Lucy will be like, well, it's been really fun, but I'm afraid Alistair has a lot of business, and I would like to go home. I have some time to spend. I'm sure the girls miss me. And maybe you can come and join us someday.
Yeah.
Do you have a phone number?
I do. Well, no. Yeah.
This is actually probably right as Fielding's getting ready to Fieldings! Yes, mistress, I mean, yes, what? You have that, phone that, friends can contact us with? I have a new friend, and I want to make sure to contact her later on. Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Sure. She'll put in some information, put in, a number after, grabbing one from Fieldings. Probably look for your number and take it in. And then, kind of give it back to you. And then throw the phone back to Fieldings and leave.
I made a friend.
I made a lot of friends.
You did make a lot of friends. So you're going to give them to a guy. It's like, hey, new friends, don't worry about this entire thing.
It's
very quietly after they're gone. Very quietly after the two have left, I'll be like, Dawn, muscle does not work very well when it is not present.
Yeah, but Muscle got information.
On TV shows.
Did it? Hey, I know how old she is now.
Do you?
I do. She's not from this century. And
Nor am I.
they had shut up. They had you know, in the place we're interested in. They got ties there.
Okay.
Business ties by the sounds of it.
We already know that.
Yeah, but now I have a confirmation that it was,
It's like something that Dawn wouldn't
to
know, that if she shares with Nathan, that Nathan would have known. And I'm gonna just let you go down this. Semiche are very Eastern Europe as a clan, or traditionally they were.
Dawn doesn't know shit.
No, but if you mention that, Nathan would be like, "Sure, that's a good thing to learn."
Also, I'm friendly with her now, and she wants to hang, so I know she's probably not gonna let her husband murder me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I was honestly more concerned about the potential for that sort of activity here, on me, while you were gone.
You'll be fine.
Mm.
You were fine! Look, you're fine!
Yes. I'm fine this time.
I can't always hang out with guys, okay?
You're smothering me.
I support your independence in every way that does not endanger my life.
And they didn't, you're fine.
Leslie's making a mental note in the back of the head the next time he works with Nathan.
Nathan's a big baby.
Hey, Nathan was after the women's suffrage, so he definitely supports your independence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's. Mm-hmm. I did not raise any objections. I am merely complaining about the danger and the risk.
Quick
You were
muscle.
saying I did not make any objections to the women's suffrage movement. Like you were like trying to hide the fact that you actually did, and I was like,
Ah, yes, I see no issues with this. This is fine. Give them the vote.
Oh.
Actually, if I'd embraced that, it probably would have helped me out with all the girls that were working for me.
So,
Also, Dawn was kind of mad that she didn't realize you just had a prostitute house. So she's a little like, that's why I ditched him. He didn't tell me.
So eventually, though, the party will kind of, I would say, like, die down. It looks as though, like, most of the folks have left. There's a couple stragglers that seem to still be in conversations that seem pretty deep. It seems like most of the people that are left are, rather than the people that were kind of sitting around, are the groups of people that seem to be doing some kind of business. Still.
I'll discuss all the perfectly legal parts of the gym business that I run with Dawn, so that she is more familiar with them, and use all of the like very subtle turns of phrase that indicate that it's totally fine, but that also indicate that there's other stuff that goes on there if you have enough money.
All right, roll me. That would probably be like, if you're not trying to necessarily lie about it, just be like a charisma subterfuge, we'll say, because you're not trying to lie.
How about etiquette?
Yeah, etiquette's probably good too. Etiquette might be good. So charisma etiquette. To
Alright.
politely talk
I mean,
about. Yeah.
It's the same role either way.
Okay.
But basically, I'm trying to talk about it to her so that she
yeah, no.
kind of learns some of the verbiage.
I'm learning business.
And then you can roll. Okay. Roll me a perception etiquette, please, Dawn, to understand what the hell he's talking about.
Beyond the surface part.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, it passes over here. As far as you know, he's just talking about business, and it's just like, okay, yay, great.
Just picking her nails.
Yeah.
I miss my other friend.
Anyway, as the party kind of runs down, though, their fieldings will once again walk into the room. You'll see him kind of like move over to the raw bar, which was kind of being broken apart at this point in time, and kind of snatch up a couple of oysters again. What's
How
left?
many oysters has this man ate this night?
Probably like 3 dozen already.
Oh my god!
Oh,
This man has issues!
Yes.
Severe issues!
And also, he's eaten like 3 dozen oysters.
Probably eating like 50 mods on the way.
He's like, my employer will see the two of you now. I must go and retrieve your some people, and they will join the meeting shortly. Let me escort you to where we need to go first.
I was under the impression this would be a private meeting with Mr. Cromwell.
I'm sorry. Did your friends not inform you that I talked to them?
Ah. My friends will be joining us.
Yes.
Excellent. And anyone
According to
else?
this information, you should have had a friend named Eric, and you did not, and you had some other new friend whose name I don't know. What's his name? Or her name? I can't.
Leslie.
Ah, Leslie. Excellent. Is there a last name associated with that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Dawn, do you have a last name?
Spycraft.
not that I use. Get my driver's license.
Because I would like to update my records to make them as correct as possible.
Slurp it down another oyster.
Yeah, I just hand him the license so we can write it because she doesn't use the name because she's like, that one's dead. That one died.
All right then. how do I put this? Dawn, no last name, needs symbol or something, right?
Right.
Cool. Excellent. Indeed. All right. This way, please.
Mm-hmm. I
As
will
he leads you.
stand up and offer my arm to Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Just like eye you up, like, okay. Hey, I guess I'm forgiving you a little bit.
All right. He will lead you, of course.
Didn't tell me it was a stripper house. I could have been using strippers this entire time, and I didn't know.
Yes. So he leads you kind of through the building to what appears to be like an old, like a. I'd best describe it as like one of the smaller, like one of those like class halls where it kind of looks like it could be like almost an auditorium. And it looks like there's been like a small table and chairs that have been set up at the back of this auditorium, where you see Alistair kind of sitting behind like at one side of the table with a number of chairs set up, 4 of them. As then Fieldings be like, I will return shortly, as you leave. And while we take our first break here, as Fieldings retrieves Samuel and Leslie, and then
Attempts to, anyway.
Attempts to. And then the meeting begins. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Snack, bathroom, drink, whatever you need to do. Take care of it, and we'll be right back. So see you in a little bit.